Hi, John. I agree with you as well. I think sometimes using templates can be a double-edged sword. It can sometimes take longer trying to find out what does what in a predefined template. In other words, what triggers a set, what named objects do and are, and where they are, etc., than just building one from scratch. I also think building one from scratch, you tend to know better yourself what things are doing rather than what somebody's done months ago or years ago, and you don't know what they're doing. So I've just made a single page here, and basically it's got named colours for the pasteboard and background, so I can, this one's a pasteboard, and if I drag it onto the colour editor I can bring that along and I can change that like that. If I bring this one up here, which is the page, I can bring the page background and make it as awful as you want, but it's very quick to alter. That's why I like to do that. Okay, so what else is on this page? You've got the menu, and the menu, if I right click on it, and just goes to sticky stretchy, I've set it as sticky. It's already at the top of the page, so there's no point of sticking it at the top. Sticking at the top only changes if the menu is down here somewhere, and then as you scroll down it will continue scrolling down till it hits the top and does it, and then sticks. So as it's already at the top, just leave it as sticky. Here you've got your text for your title, and underneath that there's a rectangle or a line. I'm not sure what it is, but I've selected both of those and set that to, as you can see, the little flower icon here goes down. Repeating objects, yep, it's set to repeat on all pages. Right, then we have this shape here, which is, right click on it again, have a look at it, sticky stretchy. It's already open there. It's set to full width and it's tiled rather than scaled. There's no need to scale it. It's just a simple rectangle filled with black. You can put a gradient in if you want. That doesn't really make up, but it'll still tile fine, so that's fine. Then when we get down to the bottom, you've got this block here. If I right click on it and go sticky stretchy, you can see that that goes full width and again tiled. That's just text. I've actually set that to, if I click on it, I've created another style which I've called, should be called footer style, footer text, not footer text, but doesn't matter, it's footer text is what it is, so I can just change that anytime I want. This is a white rectangle, and again it's set to full width and tiled, so I'll close that. I just go to the top here, test it now. This was one of the things you were pointing out, as when you scroll it down, or you know that the menu is stuck at the top, you can see through the gaps in the menu, and you needed something to overlay that, so you wanted it background to remain black. So what I've actually done is I've created this rectangle again here, which I'll stick at on the top of the page. So if I right click on it, sticky stretchy, I'll make this sticky, full width, tile, apply, Now when I test it, I'll close this. Now when I test it, then when you scroll down, that black background remains. You don't get that gap with the this header title disappearing, appearing between the spaces in the menu. So that's another thing. Close that down. Just go to the bottom of the page. Position on page is set to footer. This rectangle here, position on page, set to footer. This rectangle, position on page, set to footer. And these three things that make up the footer are all repeating on every page, as are the navbar, this graduated transparent black rectangle to go behind and stick behind the menu, as is this thing. They're all repeating, and this is repeating as well. It's the soft groups are all repeating. So if when we test it, you've now got the basis of something you can use on every page. So that's no problem at all. Right, now to get to the point, when you look at your original website, let's go up to the index page. I'll put this purple background on just to show highlight the difference. What I can do now is just drag, select, making sure I've only got the mouse off layer editable, and the mouse over layer editable but not actually visible. I can then go Control C to copy it, go back to the new one, and making sure I'm in the mouse off layer, nothing else is editable. Go Control Shift V to paste in place. Says, do I want to match it? So I'll say yes, I want it to match, and that's what you've got, everything there. This, I think I'm not sure if you had that as a repeating object or not. Let me just have a look. Repeating object. No, it's not repeating anymore. I'm going to zoom out for a minute to 50% and move that down. And I like the text all to appear in about the same place. So I'm going to put that text up to 200. I want that text to repeat the same on every page. Right, we got that there. I can adjust this footer up a bit, and then if I again test it, we've now got everything working as we expected. I think there were some triggered objects in here, but they're not triggering, but they're quite easy to re-trigger in again. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Then all you need to do is go new page. Alright, now when you go new page, you've got everything already on here that the same was on the other page. This must be a repeating object, so I'm just going to delete, and I'll delete it just from this page. I then go back into the index page, repeating object, stop repeating, all copies, so that only just appears on the home page. I mean, you might want to appear on all of them, but at the moment just want that. So you've got that. Now that's, I can't remember what this next sign is. Go back to your old site, and this is about the about page, and I want to drag select over this section here, Control C to copy it, go back to the new site, Control Shift V to paste it, click match, and I want to set that because I want all the text to be start at the same top. I'm setting that to the Y position to 200, and that second page was called About. So I'll call this, go into Properties, call this About. Apply, OK. So you've now got 2 pages. You can just go new page again, go back to your old site, go to the services, and I'll say something about this services page a bit later on, but I'll just drag, select over that, edit, copy, go to your new site, make sure you're in the mouse off layer. I'll leave that so it can be edited. Control Shift V, match. You've got that there. I'm going to set this up to 200. So you've got that there. Your footer's way too far down. Just adjust that up. Adjust that up. And I notice on your navbar that you actually had this services set to services HTML. I would suggest that you don't have, if you're going to have a drop down menu, it's best not to have this main menu item set to any, set it to no URL at all. And so if you want services introduction, would be set that to services HTML. So you've now got 3 pages, and let's just go and preview it. Okay, you've got this stretching all the way across the top, and the bottom one stretches all the way across the bottom, as does the white bar there. You've got your menu setting there. As you scroll down, that stays at the top. If you click on the services, if you click on services, it actually does nothing, which you want. All you want it to do is open that drop box. And if I sit on services introduction, oh, I don't know why that's not sorted out. Let's just quickly sort that out. Go into that, services introduction, link to, about A. Okay, and I might as well. Properties, it's because I want this called services. I could actually call it services intro if you want, which matches the menu a bit better. Move this up a bit, hit apply. Okay, now if we test them all again. Services introduction, and that opens that up. I don't think these links will work at the moment. That's neither here nor there. But you can see once you've set up your own template, you know what you're doing. It's quite quick to just drag in these the assets from your old site that's giving you problems, and just paste it in, and you can very quickly rebuild the site. Anyway, I hope this helped. This is all the best. Cheerio. Goodbye.